Welcome to Where They Wander. We are Kat and Kev, and we travel full-time around the United States in our Grand Design Imagine. Thanks for joining us for this bonus episode where we show you how to set up your travel trailer for boondocking. A lot of people have asked us, how do we set up our travel trailer? So, here we are. This is our Grand Design Imagine. She's 32 feet long, and we tow her with a Toyota Tundra. We've just arrived at Holtville in California. We're actually heading to Mexico tomorrow, so that should be fun. But this is what we do first. Our first plan of action is always to find the most level spot possible. Obviously, we are currently boondocking, so that's what we're going to focus on today. How to set up while you're boondocking. The first thing we do is turn on this. That's our Level Make Pro. It is an amazing product. We have it installed in our pass-through storage right at the front of the rig, and that will let us know how unlevel we are. We also always like to face south, so that way our solar panels are getting as much sun as possible. So that's also for consideration when you're boondocking. Obviously, if you're in a park, you really don't have much choice. That's the first thing we do. It connects to our phone. Generally, we change drivers because Kev does all of the leveling stuff. So I drive and then he puts all the levelers in. So that's the next thing is we use our Anderson blocks like this. And these ones have sunk in a little bit, but what we did was we went up just a little bit further, and the app on our phone tells us when we are exactly level side to side, and then it tells us how much we need to go up or down at the front. Once we have put the Anderson blocks in, you can see we then have this. This is our X-Chock. That's the next thing to go in. That stabilizes our rig and allows us to not move around quite so much when we're inside. On this side, which is the passenger side, not the driver's side, we have put in our very large chocks. We did used to travel with quite small chocks, but we've driven over them more times than we care to mention. Now we use these. They're huge, and trust us, our rig is not driving over these. Once we are level side to side, Kev takes off our bars. These are our bars from our weight distribution hitch, so they come off, and then you can see here on Kev's phone, this is our leveling system, and as you can see, Kevin is, oh, there you go, that's better. So this is our side to side. So as you can see, we are level side to side, but it will keep changing because we're going up and down. Actually, we're going down right now. This is now showing us that we need to go down 3.75, and hopefully when this gets to 0, this will still be 0. But we're on pretty soft sand right now. So this has been awesome. We do, however, use a very small piece of wood if we need to go much lower than this. So, and then here you go. Kevin has come all the way down. We're going to go just a quarter up. Look at that, all green. So this is the Level Make Pro. Quick, put it away before it changes its mind. That is pretty much her safely leveled. Now Kevin takes off our hitch. We're only here for a couple of days. As I said, we're heading to Mexico. Gonna have some dental work done. But we use this Easy Store hitch. It is the best thing. It allows us to take off our bars and our hitch and securely keep them on the, there we go, there it goes. To securely keep it on our frame, and then that way it's locked, and when we do go and park, we don't have the huge hitch hanging off the end. So the final thing we do is we lock our hitch, but then Kev also has a lock that we put in the ball hole, which keeps our rig safe. And there you have it. We are all locked up. Now let's head on inside and we'll work out what we do in there. We use an RV lock, which is way easier than having to use keys. You have to remember that when you use your stairs, they might be way too high for where you're stopping, or in this case, too low. So you have to make sure your stairs are safely away from your door. So that doesn't look good right now. That door is not closing easily. So Kevin's going to make these a little shorter. You just change the feet on the bottom like this. Now that is lower, and now you'll be able to see that this door closes properly. That noise you can hear is Kevin putting down our stabilizers. Stabilizers are not levelers. You should never ever use those to level your RV. They should only ever be to stabilize it, and we use a drill for that, so you're not having to hand manage it. On the back of the rig, I'll show you actually, let me show you. So there you go. So that's Kev putting down our stabilizers, and we really just do it so they just about take the weight. But what I want to show you is at the back right here, this is our X brace stabilizer. We got this from MoRide and it has made a vast difference on our stability when we're inside the rig. Anybody who has a rig knows they are a little bit like living through an earthquake.
It just takes a couple of seconds to tighten it up and that's it.
We love the hat, Kevin. It's not even gold, by the way. And then the final thing Kev is going to do once the slides are open is put our Starlink up. So let's go back inside now, and usually we really do the your job, my job, and we don't do that because he's better at one thing than I am. It's just simply so we don't overlap and then we don't get in each other's way. We can both do each. Here we are inside the rig. You'll see now that she is all still set up to travel. So what we're going to do first is we're going to unlock these doors. These doors should always be locked through travel because if they're not, you may very well come back to find your doors broken and fallen off the slide runners up here, which, trust us, is not a good plan. Bad plan. This is your control, and believe it or not, 20 minutes, half an hour ago, this was all green, but of course we've done nothing to it, but now it says it's orange. You can never trust these things. Right now our slides are all in, everything's off. The first thing I'm going to do is put the light on, and there's a reason for this. We're going to go in. I can just about fit through here. And what we're going to do is we're going to check over here that nothing has fallen out of the sink, that there's nothing on the other side of slide 1, because this slide is our troublesome slide. Honestly, we've had nothing but trouble with this slide from day one, and we are probably going to replace all of the mechanism for this slide pretty soon. But right now, you and I are both going to see if it comes out on this first turn. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to bring out slide 1. All right, so let's see if we can pull out slide 1. Pray with me, friends. Pray with me. Here's our fun part. So this is slide 1 right here. And all you can do is just going to press this button and this whole slide should come out on its own. Let's find out. So you've noticed I've stopped. And the reason for that is I can hear the other side moving before this side moves. So we're going to kind of do it in little motions. We're going to stop. You see right here? Now, I don't know whether those are open or completely closed. So I'm going to go over and check, because on the other side of the slide, there is this gap just like there is on this side right here. So we're going to go over and we're going to check and make absolutely certain that on this side, none of these cans have come out and gone in here. This is actually quite handy. Look at that. It's okay. So no, they haven't. Okay, guys, let's try this again. I'm pressing the button. Out we go. So they've just clicked down, but that's okay. And this is actually going out remarkably well, considering normally it kind of stops. It might make a couple of banging noises, but right now it looks like it's doing really well. Bit of a squeak. All right, and there you can see our kitchen slide is now fully out. Some of you may only have one slide. Some of you, this may not be applicable to you at all because you may not have any. But this is why I put the light on. I put the light on because I want to be able to see in here to make sure that these pictures have not fallen off the wall. They are only held on by command strips. So I look in there and make sure that the photographs haven't fallen off, make sure nothing's going to get behind there. And then I go back over here. There are drawers down here. And there are cupboards up there. So this is always a check to make sure that we do not damage our drawers or our cupboards, just in case, again, that they have opened on the journey. Let's get slide 2 out now. Hopefully slide 2 will work. Again, slide 2 is right here on your control panel in this Grand Design. And here we go. She's going to go out. Oh, that was the in button. Okay, now she's going to go out. Here's your how not to with Cat. As you can see, slide 2 is now halfway out, and there's a reason I have stopped, and I'll show you what that reason is. Oh, here he goes. Kev is going to take our Starlink, and he is going to put it on the roof. But first, that wire comes through our slide right here. Now, again, you may not have this, but if you do, and you're not sure where you put it, some people permanently mount it and have it wired through. We haven't done that yet. We didn't want to make holes in the walls, etc. All right, so now, Here is our wire. It's through. It doesn't do any damage to the wire and it doesn't do any damage to the slide. So now we'll go back and we'll continue to press the out button, Catherine, not the in button. All right, so here we go. Slide going out now. It's going to make a noise. And that tells me it's all the way out. Our house is now set up. The only thing we have left to do is put things that we, store for traveling. You might be able to see Kevin going up there. He's going to now install the Starlink. I will plug it in. And then pretty much after that, it's just the same thing you would do, which is putting down our carpets and rugs, plugging in our Starlink, putting our kettle back, our fruit bowls and everything. This is by no means a comprehensive guide on how to set up your trailer, but it is just a quick guide to show you how we set up when we're specifically boondocking. Boondocking, we have no power, no sewer, no water, nothing. But we have our tanks are full. We have our own solar, which was installed by Cross Country RV Tech and Solar. If you don't know those guys and you want solar, you definitely have to check them out. I'll put a link in the comment below. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave us a like or a comment. If you have any questions on how to set up your rig for towing or break down your rig for towing, please let us know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time when I think we're going to be in Bryce Canyon next video. Until then, we'll see you on the trail.
In VIP, ain't on the A-list, just fake IDs and kill a playlist. Well, I guess there's that, I guess we got that. Ain't got a Benz or a Range Rover, but we got friends coming over. No, we ain't got much cash.